Welcome back, Sadi Bolo joining us today from Abbott Wealth Management. It's great to have you back on the show.
It's great to be here.
Good. We're talking about a topic that I don't know a lot about, the property tax referral program.
Deferral.
We're talking about deferral. Okay.
Yes. It isn't a subject that we've covered before on Midday, and I think it's very interesting. People, I'm sure there's a lot that don't know about the program. It's an agreement that a homeowner forms with the provincial government when perhaps they want to defer their property taxes. And it was initially introduced to assist seniors that, they've seen their property values soar. And likewise, so do the property taxes. They're in a fixed income situation, and it may mean the difference of them being able to stay in their home or have to sell because they can no longer afford the property taxes. So they introduced the program to kind of offset that and allow people to, remain in their homes, and just down the road, the property taxes would then be paid when the home is paid for or sold. Or
in other words, if you stay in it until you pass away, then they'll take it out of the estate.
Exactly. Like when you sell your property, that lien on your property would be paid for using the proceeds of the sale. So it is a great program. I know we've had several people that have taken advantage of it just because it makes it a possibility that you could stay in your home if you technically couldn't afford the property taxes. There's two different types of programs. There's the regular program, which is available for people that are 55 years of age or older. They are a surviving spouse, or they're a person with disabilities. So, you can apply for this through the government and have your taxes deferred. The second program is for families with children. Now that's available to a step-parent that is financially supporting a child, or a child with a disability. Now there's a few other requirements. So you have to be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident. You have to have lived in British Columbia for a year. Your property taxes have to be currently up to date, as do your utilities or user fees, and any penalties perhaps on late taxes that you've had in the past. You have to have fire insurance on your property. If you do not have it on the building and only on the land, you can only defer the property taxes on the land portion.
Okay.
So those are some of the requirements in order to do that, and there's more available on the website, of course. There's a couple different differences in the two programs. So for the regular program, you have to have a minimum of 25% equity in your property based on the assessed value. For the families with children, you have to have a minimum of 15% equity before you can defer.
In the first option, the regular one, you said if one spouse has passed.
Yes.
So can you not defer if both spouses are over 55
and
alive?
Yeah, you only need one spouse to be 55.
Okay.
And you can defer it.
Okay.
But if you're, say, a widow or a widower and there's only yourself, then you have that option as well. So you could be a 45-year-old male or female and not have a spouse because they passed away. So you do have that option then.
Okay, good.
And another difference, of course, is the interest rate they charge. So for the regular one, the interest rate's only 1%. It's simple interest. And the families with children, the interest rate is 3%.
Okay. So,
and that can be reassessed every 6 months. So it could go up. I don't believe it has for a very long time. So it's a great program. If you do sell your home, you do have to, of course, repay those. And you cannot transfer the title of your home without having that repaid, unless it's just to add a spouse. If you're just adding a spouse on, you're allowed to do that without having to repay the outstanding debt, basically, to the government.
Yeah. That's great. Those are great options. I don't want to run out of time.
No, that's fine.
We also, is there anything else you want to add quickly about those?
I think that's it. You can get great information right off the CRA website about deferring your property taxes.
Okay, yes, and that CRA phone number, we can at least give that out. It's 1-800-959-8281. 959-8281. So if you want more information, we do have a question of the week. So I'm hoping we can dial that up and put that on the screen. Here it is. I've been depositing funds to my TFSA, my tax-free savings account. However, I've also redeemed funds from my account in the past. How can I find out what my allowable room is in my TFSA?
Exactly. Now, we have a lot of questions around TFSAs just because of the recent provincial government or budget increasing, the amount you're allowed. It becomes more and more difficult to track it, especially if you're taking money out and putting money in at different times, and there's requirements around how you can do that as well. But again, we would encourage our clients for sure to phone CRA and actually get that accurate figure before you start investing more money. Make sure that you're not over contributed. But you can just phone CRA again and give them your information. They'll ask you some security questions, of course, but it's always a good idea to have that, you know, knowledge in your mind
Absolutely.
before you start doing that. So
excellent.
Yeah.
All right, Sandy, some great information today. Thank you very much for being here.
Nice to be here.
Yes, again, that information, of course, you can get it on Google, but yes, CRA's number, 1-800-959-8281. We are back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.